To inform the audience, I will be giving information and some facts about Dolly. No, not Dolly Parton, the famous singer, or Dolly Madison, the United States First Lady, but Dolly, who is a sheep who was cloned by nuclear transfer. This is the story of Dolly. One of the first things I wish to cover is vocab that will be used during this session. First is nuclear transfer. Nuclear transfer is where the nucleus is removed from an egg, then replaced with an adult cell. Dolly's case is 6-year-old ewe's udder. Components are electrically fused and chemically activated to trick the hybrid cells into dividing like an embryo. An embryo is a multicellular animal in a developmental stage preceding birth or hatching. A surrogate mother is given offspring from another area to raise. Sheep pulmonary endomytosis, abbreviated SPA, is a highly contagious disease which is contacted through contact and is incurable. Finally, cloning, which is a production of a copy or an imitation. In order to get started about Dolly, we need to learn about the man who created her. His name is Ian Wilmot, a British professor from Roslin Institute in Scotland. He was born in England and in 1971 received his PhD for animal genetic engineering. In 1974, he joined Roslin Institute in animal research and has been there ever since. According to Shampoo, an article of Pioneer of Cloning in 2013, Wilmot was honored an assurance of a stamp symbolizing Dolly in 2003. Also, according to the same article, Wilmot and team produce a pair of lambs from embryonic cells. According to the article No More Cloning Around by Lemar in 2008, Wilmot's method he used was biologically impossible. Clones are vulnerable through the process, especially from the culture dish to the final moments in the womb to the first weeks of birth, and odds are very poor for clones. According to Park, in The Perils of Cloning 2006, it involves 3 animals, hundreds of eggs, hundreds of mature eggs, and not a single sperm cell. Scientists have to trick the genetic clock. Before Dolly, there was clones of frogs who had not made it past tadpoles, and there was also clones of mice who eventually turned to prove false with little success. Wise, in the US Today article, stated that Wilmot stated that there is a striking absence of primates. Now we get on to Dolly. Dolly was born in July 1996. She was not announced until February 1997. Her codename was 6LL3, and she was named after Dolly Parton, who the stockman had named who had helped Wilmot. She was born in a test tube and then went to a surrogate mother. According to the Roslin University study article, she was born with short temors. Short temerals mean that your cell is getting older, and people believe that clones were descended to be old age. Dolly had 2 signs of provenance: arthritis at a young age and these shortened temerals. In the 10 years, she had 6 lambs with a Welsh mountain ram. First was Bonnie, the following year was twins, and the year after that was triplets. Unfortunately, eventually, all the lambs had died of the sheep pulmonary endomytosis, which Dolly was thought she would have. But she remained relatively healthy. In 2001, the UK had a foot-mouth outbreak, and she had gotten stiff. She was then transported to the Royal Schools of Vet Sciences. Here again, people suspected that she was aged prematurely. Back to normal within several months with daily anti-inflammatory she was healthy. And until 2003, she had a cough that a caregiver had noticed. They put her under for a CT scan and noticed that she had tumors in her lungs. Wilmot did not want her to suffer, and so he had decided to keep her under and overdose her on an anesthetic agent in order for her to not have to suffer through this. She died of lung cancer caused by a viral infection, which is very common and cheap. Her autopsy was normal. In conclusion, you might want to know why Wilmot and his team decided to do this and what the importance of Dolly was. The importance was it was a potential cure of illnesses. It alarmed many that they would have a populated future of less than human population. Wilmot hoped to treat Parkinson's. Even though there was many questions about federal law, bannings, and ethical issues and technical challenges, Dolly was created. Because of the minor defects, human cloning is hard. Dolly was a gateway. In conclusion, human cloning can be beneficial. Way of treating diseases and conquering man's intractable conditions. Thank you.